What's going on, everyone? So I had to do some reading about Steam, and a lot of people want me to do this video. I'm like, okay, I'll do the video. Um, what in the hell? You know what I mean? Reading about Visa, Mastercard trying to monopolize the market and control, and basically telling Valve that they're going to decide when to send the money based off of how they want to monopolize and control the market and a lot more stuff. It's just like, what in the world, man? This is a dagger that came out of nowhere. This person right here, Silly Since I Switch. I'm reading on it right now, guys, but we got to do something right now because time is passing. Notice reason for the temporary removal of right here, TOI. Thank you for your attention and support for TOI for the terms. After communicating with our publisher and Steam, we have learned that the terms of service has been temporarily taken down due to a DMCA claim. Currently, we are in negotiation to resolve this issue. Please wait patiently for further updates. Yeah, this person has experienced that. Trials of Innocence is in talks to get the game back up on Steam, but even then, let's say this wasn't related to Visa or MasterCard. The overreach and how easily gamers get taken down, or games get taken down, and how consumers are told is or isn't okay to buy is ridiculous. It is because you already agreed on your terms and services. Now these assholes are adding in more stuff. So you got to re-agree or something? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Like, come subscribe. Let's get into this. This guy has a really good video here explaining the whole situation. But it's crazy that now Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, all those beings are now getting a monopoly and controlling purchases and gaming. And what did? They moved you all to digital to do this. I mean, I don't know, man. This is not good. As a gamer, I swear this is the most insane effing year I've ever seen. Good Lord.
Where your credit card company decides what games you can buy on Steam. That unthinkable future just arrived. Valve,
Yeah.
known for its hands-off approach, has added a new rule that would change PC gaming forever. Not by law, but by the powers of...
Meaning what you should and shouldn't purchase on Steam. They're censoring your free will of choice on how you, even as an adult, how you should purchase a game. If those companies don't agree with it, it doesn't matter. They're taking it down, even if you pay for it. Man, look. Man, we thought Stop Killing Games was bad. Guys, man, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, what I say before is pick your poison. This is just crazy, man. This is why I don't like being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I support all platforms, but man, this right here, this payment processing stuff. Dude, screw those companies for that, man.
Payment processors like Visa and Mastercard. Starting today, Valve updated its What You Shouldn't Publish on Steam section to include content that may violate the rules set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers.
What? I've never seen this, by the way. This is just what I found because I was just typing in the thing and then I ran into this. A friend of mine, Elvis, sent it to me. What the hell?
In particular, certain kinds of adult-only content. This seemingly vague line has already been used, as SteamDB has reported the removal of a bunch of games, mainly the one.
Steam database has added a new rule disallowing games that violate the rules and standards set forth by payment processors and card networks or internet network providers. Oh my God, bro, that's fucking weird. That just makes me think of stuff that's just too creepy, man. Why are they? No way, man. At the same time, many games are removed from the store. Oh, man. Yeah, you see, it's just got a whole lot creepy, man, in ways to where it's like, it's not really us. It's like, I don't know, man. What the hell, y'all? That's fucking weird, man. Steam has added a new rule to sell on games that violate rules and standards. All right, so you agreed on a terms of service before, right? You guys already were past that for years. And then they kind of like pull the rug underneath you and then tell you, here's an update from these masters. Master. Do I need to play Master of Puppets? Yeah, y'all know what's up. What I mean by that, Metallica Master of Puppets. Yeah, they're masters that are hovering the money over them and the profit all the way back to Rome. Yeah, might as well say it now since y'all pissing me off. Yeah, I guess the principalities really got their hooks in you. Man, they just made Steam their bitch, y'all, and that sucks. I can imagine the people that were moving away from a lot of anti-consumer behavior from coming from PlayStation or Xbox or whatever and going here, and then they're just like, sorry. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what they did. Like, oh, you thought you were going anywhere? Oh, no, no, no. Look behind the scenes. Y'all work together. You think I'm finna nail to you? No, I'm gonna nail to Mastercard and Visa. Yeah, pretty much, guys.
Ones with incest themes. While Valve hasn't explicitly named the names of the reason for this happening, unconfirmed reports and industry patterns strongly point to major players like PayPal, Visa, and Mastercard, the most popular payment methods on Steam. There were even unconfirmed rumors about PayPal's temporary unavailability on Steam pointing to this, but I couldn't.
You gotta go who owns that. See, look, the thing with these type of companies, you can find out some answers, right? PayPal owner. BlackRock. Oh, well then there's nothing else to talk about then. Yeah, way to get Jude. Oh my God. Yeah, why am I not surprised? Yeah, I knew it.
Didn't find anything that confirmed this was directly tied to PayPal. One group, Collective Show, a campaign for women, seems to be the ones mainly responsible, having released several articles and open letters to these payment processors, making claims about the seems to be the ones
Yeah, just like I fucking knew it.
mainly responsible, having released several articles and open letters to these payment processors, making claims about the games on Steam just within the last few days. So, as these companies took note,
the open letter calling on several payment gateways to stop profiting from gamified violence against women and children and is directed to Mr. Alex Kress, Chief Executive Officer and President, PayPal, Mr. Michael. Dude, people can decide this shit for themselves. If it was so bad, they would say something. These games endorsing man-sexualized abuse and torture of women and girls fly in the face of efforts to address violence against women. So this is feminism. We do not see how much facilitating payment transactions and deriving financial benefit from these violent and unethical games is consistent with your corporate values and mission statements, the letter states. Sounds like that cult stuff. I've never in my life heard a PC gamer complain about anything. This is insane to me. And honestly, oh boy, where's this going to stop? I don't think anywhere good. And I don't even know if it's going to.
Of this letter and told Valve they were going to leave the platform, Valve was left with adding this rule and giving these payment companies a bunch of power over Steam. This new rule is important because it's not just a small tweak, it's a fundamental change to Steam, as now these payment processors or other companies like internet providers have direct influence on Steam and what games are allowed on the platform.
Yeah, and whatever cult they're running, they're going to interject their politics and their bad religion into it. And now instead of Steam looking at things and the gamers looking at things, what you have is all of them, their codes, their lunatics, all these other people, and they're just sitting there all day, you know, doing that type of stuff. And if you don't comply with them, see, it's another hijack. I told y'all guys about the hijacking. You got to listen to me. I've been telling you this. The behind the scenes, the hijacking, like I said, many hands at play. You don't comply to them, they pull the plug or they pull the rug underneath you. And Gabe's not gonna, he's gonna kneel because he worked his whole life for that and got it. They got the whole pirate system up and going, and they're not gonna choose you. They're not for you in that sense. If you thought so, now you see why. And it's not like he's a bad person because he did that. Guys, they come pretty damn tempting, and they put you in situations. This is what I mean. Like, you don't want this in gaming. You see what I mean? They don't care about gaming. Like, and this is not new. It's just that they thought of a dexterous manipulation method, monopoly method.
For many, this is a big worry. If payment companies can decide what adult content is allowed, people are asking, what stops them from deciding about other things next? This is where we get into a slippery slope, where one small change could lead to much bigger, unwanted changes down the road. Now, it's important to understand that Valve was likely left with very few choices in this situation, as not listening to the payment processors would have led to them removing their services from the platform, which is what many have reported happened already by PayPal shortly before this rule was added.
Hmm. Yeah, that's people's method of paying, and some people don't want to do physical transportation to get something. You can't cut that off. Like, I don't know, man. That's crazy.
Now, to truly understand how big this change is, we need to look at Steam's past. This isn't about the specific adult games taken down, it's about a complete reversal of Valve's long-standing, hands-off approach to moderation. Before, Steam allowed a lot of games on the platform, as long as it wasn't outright illegal. The main times Valve would take down a game were if it had some malware inside, broke one of the very few Valve rules, or a specific government requested to get it removed. Valve's position with moderation and the relaxed rules led to Steam having a large number of adult games and sometimes other controversial content. This position Valve had brought them a bunch of complaints. In 2018, Steam faced criticism for a hate group problem due to lax enforcement against hate speech. Now, this
The thing with that type of stuff is that people should be allowed to like ban it out of their presence. It fixes the problem, and then the people that want to, you allow them to choose that. Then you can see the truth openly. But I was just showing you the truth in that sense. Like if you allow that type of, it shows you the truth. You'll see who wants to support it or not, and there should be the option to censor this stuff. Never show this stuff on my page. You see, because then you're taking care of both parties, rather than pleasing one and pissing off the other. Because it's just going to stay like that. That's why I told you before when it comes to censorship. Allow to say censorship off and censorship on. There you go. You got yours, and you got yours. I found equilibrium between the duality of the human spectrum, or just in life of the universe, the yin and the yang. You know what I mean? So that basically takes care of that, and then everybody wins, and everybody's more happy. This also increases business. You see, this is the mindset we should be thinking of, but they don't think like this. It's all about just enforcing what they want to enforce, like a cult.
This wasn't a game, but it shows how Valve generally handled moderating across the entire platform. In December 2022, US Senator Maggie Hassan even questioned Valve's efforts regarding Nazism, white supremacy, and misogyny on the
Oh, shut the hell up. I see, like I said again, you know, when you got to deal with this type of far left behavior, it gets annoying. And like I said, if it's real, it is something to deal with. But the misuse of it against video gamers is absolutely insane. I'd be worried about people in real life. You know what I mean?
platform. In late 2024, ADL made a report about how Steam had an extremism and anti-Semitism problem, which led to another US Senator, Mark Warner, asking Valve to do something or face further scrutiny by the US government. But Valve usually just ignored these complaints and requests for stronger moderation. As long as nothing was outright illegal or broke their existing rules,
That's what I mean, because the whole community is like, dude, I'm trying to game, you know what I mean? This is what I mean by like people look for something and then they grab it and manipulate it so they can get their control the way they want to, and they make it think that, oh yeah, we're doing good for you. No, they're not. They're using that, but behind it is not really a good person. They're taking what seems to be good and justified, but behind that is an evil mask. It's appearing to be good, but it's not. This whole thing is to screw over gamers. These are more people that hate video games. I'm telling you, and beings. They don't care.
Generally wouldn't intervene with the content on their platform. So now, payment processors are no longer just handling your transactions, they're becoming content gatekeepers.
No,
with
they're the damn
massive power over what can be bought and sold online.
Yes.
The thing is, this isn't just a Steam issue. This is happening all over, showing a clear pattern. We've seen major hits in Japan's anime and manga market. For example, platforms like Soruga and Manga Library Z were forced to remove adult content or even shut down because payment processors demanded it. Another Japanese platform, DL Site, even tried to fight back, temporarily blocking Visa and Mastercard to keep its adult content available. Just this year, payment processors in Japan started holding back money from adult game creators on Steam. This was such a big deal that it led to an official investigation by the Japanese government
When Japanese individuals or companies can earn revenue on Steam, the global re-owned game distribution platform operated by Valve Corporation in the United States. If the game in question is adult-oriented, Japanese banks decline to transfer from overseas, preventing the receipt of revenue. To begin with, those handling adult-oriented games are unable to open bank accounts in Japan. Damn.
into these payment companies and their practices.
Regarding this matter, we have started discussions with the Financial Services Agency, which oversees banks, and the Ministry of Economy, Trades and Industry, which oversees games, to consider responses. We will report the latest updates on today's San channel. That's crazy. It's getting that serious. Supposed to be playing and having fun on games. Boy, I tell you.
It's not just Japan either. OnlyFans in 2021 famously announced that they would ban all sexual content because of pressure from their payment processors, until they reversed the decision. Patreon too has faced similar issues in the past. So as we're seeing with Steam's new rule, this isn't just Valve's problem. It's a widespread issue showing how these powerful payment companies like Visa and Mastercard are deciding what gets sold and what doesn't across the internet. The thing is, now we're seeing this first step. If payment processors can now influence certain kinds of adult-only content, the real question is, where does it stop? This is the big concern for many people. If these powerful companies can block one type of content today, what prevents them from moving on to other types tomorrow? Could it be games that talk about different political topics? What about games that tell stories some people might find controversial or challenging? Could they even push for changes on games that don't fit certain beliefs, even if they're perfectly legal? The door is now wide open. Before,
yeah, I don't want martial law in video games.
Steam decided, but with Valve's new rule, these payment processing companies and others like internet providers now have a huge say for what's allowed on Steam. This means they could in the future decide what games you buy, not based on laws, but on their rules. This is a big deal because it takes away control from Valve and gives it to these companies whose main job isn't about games or art, but about money and transaction.
Exactly, bro. More corporate monopoly, more corporate control by people who don't give a damn about video games, but yet want to interject everything they can, but they didn't help build it. With the community who helped build it, with their support and working every day, and the damn publishers who cared about the developers when there was a gaming cycle going. More garbage coming up, and this is what I mean. Steam users, I'm sorry you have to deal with this. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm a PC gamer as well myself, as you see right over here. You know, my GOG Galaxy, my Steam right here. Then obviously my Xbox app too. I don't have that up right now, but yeah, right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm on a high-end gaming laptop. What the hell, man? And, you know, we've been gaming since 1993. I just don't like this crap coming in the gaming industry. This is the most insane year I've ever seen in gaming as far as drama, ridiculous news. Let me know what you guys think. Once again, peace out. Have a great day. Good Lord, man.